Explain the significance of fundamental rights in our day-to-day life.
Ma'am, fundamental rights are an essential element of every democratic country. Since we are denied most of our civil and political rights by the British, and one of the most important aspiration of people was that they should have some basic rights which cannot be violated. So therefore, the Constitution of India provided 6 fundamental rights.
Next.
Fundamental rights are an essential element of every democratic country. Since we were denied most of the civil and political rights by the British, one of the most important aspiration of the people was that they should have some basic rights which cannot be violated. Therefore, the Constitution of India provided fundamental rights.
Okay. Next, explain the 5 provisions under the right to equality.
For law,
5 provision under right to equality are
colors, sex, place
Right
of
to
birth, equal opportunity in matters of public employment, abolition of titles, abolition of untouchability.
Equality before law, prohibition of discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, and place of birth, equality of opportunity in matters of public employment, abolition of untouchability, and abolition of titles.
Okay.
Equality before the law, prohibition of discrimination on ground of religion, race, caste, place of birth, abolition of untouchability, abolition of titles, equality of opportunity.
बोलो सृष्टि.
5 provisions given under the right to equality are equality before law, equality of opportunity in matters of public employment, abolition of untouchability, abolition of titles, prohibition of discrimination on grounds of religion, caste, sex, or place of birth.
Okay. Highlight the main provision of right to freedom.
Freedom to reside and settle in any part of India, freedom to practice any trade or carry out any occupation or work, freedom to form associations and
Morning,
unions,
ma'am.
freedom to assemble peacefully and without arms. Some other provisions provided under right to freedom are protection in respect of conviction for an offense, protection of life and personal liberty, protection against arbitrary arrest and detention, right to education.
Okay.
Right to freedom includes the following provisions: protection and report of conviction for an offense, protection of life and personal liberty, protection against arbitrary arrest and detention, right to education, and ma'am, freedom of speech. No, ma'am, sorry.
The main provisions of right to freedom are freedom of speech and expression, freedom to assemble peacefully and without arms, protection in respect of conviction for an offense, protection of life and personal liberty, protection against arbitrary arrest and detention, right to education, freedom to form associations and unions.
Okay. अच्छा. एक कुछ बोलती हूँ, जरा सुनो. In each of the, I will give you some situations. Listen carefully. आप अपना अपना opinion बताना. In each of the following situations, identify the minority. Majority minority पढ़ेगा ना? Identify the minority. Write one reason why you think it is important to respect the views of the minorities in each of these situations. Okay, first situation है, in a school with 30 teachers. In a school with 30 teachers, 20 of them are male. तो माइनॉरिटी में कौन हुआ?
Ma'am,
Female.
female.
ओके ओके, तो अब आप अपना व्यू बताओ कि क्यों माइनॉरिटी के व्यूज को रेस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए। सोचो, ठीक है, थिंक। एक और सिचुएशन तब तक बता देती हूँ। इन अ सिटी 5% of the population are Buddhist. Only 5% of the populations are Buddhist. एक और है, in a factory mess for all employees. mess समझते हो क्या होता है?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, where people come and eat.
ma'am.
People,
खाने की जगह मैम
हाँ
come
ठीक
and eat.
हाँ, तो in a factory mess for all employees 80% are vegetarians. चलो यहीं से शुरू करो। 80% are vegetarians. तो कौन है माइनॉरिटी में?
Non-vegetarians.
Non-vegetarian.
माइनॉरिटी में हुए नॉन वेजिटेरियन। तो क्या प्रॉब्लम आएगा, कैसे क्यों उनके इसको रेस्पेक्ट करना चाहिए माइनॉरिटी के व्यूज को? कुछ सोच करके बताओ। सारे सिचुएशन 3 मैंने दिए हैं, जिसके दिमाग में जो आए आप लोग बताओ। ऐसा आएगा नहीं, बट मेरा काम है तरह तरह से आपको पढ़ाना, मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ, ठीक है? किसी को प्रॉब्लम नहीं ना है?
फर्स्ट सिचुएशन एक बार फिर से बोल दीजिए ना
क्या बोल दूं?
मैम। फर्स्ट सिचुएशन
में in a school of 30 teachers 20 are male.
मैम अगर यहाँ पे मैम अगर if the female's opinion will not be given any heed, then it will promote gender discrimination, which is against the very basic principle of our democratic society, of our constitution. That is why the opinion of females should be given importance in the first situation. In the second situation,
Male are in minorities, na? Only 20% are there.
not 20%.
Oh, sorry, 30 teachers में 20 teacher male हैं।
तो मैम फीमेल ही माइनॉरिटी ना।
हाँ, मेल हुए माइनॉरिटी। In a school of 30 teachers 20 of them are male. तो मेल
Then female are
We should
minority.
respect the views of females because both male and female are equally qualified.
30
There is no discrimination on the qualification.
हाँ, ठीक है। और कोई बोलो, सृजा का सही है, फीमेल ही हुए माइनॉरिटी में। आगे
And we should respect their views because male and female both teachers are equally qualified.
Yes.
There are no discrimination.
ओके, और कोई बोलो।
Ma'am, in the second case, Buddhists are in minority. So if we do not care about their opinion or belief, then it will go against the spirit of freedom, right to freedom of religion.
Yes.
And also it will go against the word secular, which is reiterated in our constitution.
Okay.
This is how it will create problem. In the third case, where non-vegetarians are in minority, ma'am, it will not create such a big problem, but if ma'am, there will be a conflict in views and likes. Ma'am, if the vegetarians get the food they like, why shouldn't the non-vegetarian get the food that they like?
ओके, और बच्चे बोलिए। आनंद बाबा।
We should respect the opinion of the minorities because minorities are also the citizen of our country.
Yes.
And it is very important to ensure that the majority groups do not dominate the minorities, and the minorities are not deprived of the rights that are available to the majorities.
ओके, और कोई? शेयर योर ओपिनियन। यू आर फ्री।
Ma'am, we should respect the minorities because they are the citizen of our country, and it is not important that majority groups are only able to give nice opinion. and ma'am, in some places minorities are be able to give their nice opinions, and that will important for our
Okay. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट बोलती हूँ. List any three fundamental duties that you should perform as a citizen of India.
Ma'am, to abide by the ideals set in the constitution and to respect the national flag and the national anthem, to cherish the ideals which inspired the national struggle for freedom, to uh, to serve the nation and render national services when called upon to do so, and to respect the constitution, institutions, and the government.
Okay.
Ma'am,
To
to
uphold
value
and
and
protect the
preserve the rich
sovereignty.
heritage of our composite culture, to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so, to cherish and follow the noble ideas which inspired our national struggle for freedom, and to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, and to renounce practice of derogatory to the dignity of women.
Okay. आनंद बोलो, आनंद.
Safeguard public property and to abjure violence. Parents or guardians should provide opportunities for education to her, his child, or ward between the age of 6 and 14 years to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, to develop scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and inform, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of the individual and collective activity, so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement.
Okay. चित्रांश बोलो, चित्रांश.
Right.
ma'am.
अच्छा, सृष्टि बोलो.
To abide by the constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, national flag and national anthem, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India.
Okay. Next question is that in 3 points, highlight the importance of obeying rules in your life. Obeying rules in your life.
If we do not obey rules, if the people do not obey rules, there will be chaos everywhere, and crime rates will shoot up, and there will be and there will be the interest of the people will not be conserved, and things like hoarding, boarding, smuggling, uh, and criminal cases will arise. Also, uh, the situation will become worse, and and this nation will start to deteriorate, and the development will be hindered, uh, and everywhere there will be anarchy, and uh, the interest of the people will not be saved, and there will not be meaningful enjoyment of the rights given to us.
Okay. Any other?
And there will be violence everywhere.
Okay. In spite of freedom of religion, why does communal tension persist in certain parts of the country? Sometimes. Suggest ways and means to establish communal harmony.
Difference in opinion. People belonging to different castes and religions have different social backgrounds and opinions, which creates differences. Interference. Some people interfere in the way of worship of others, and uh, and do not accept others' values, opinions, and ethos, which creates communal tension. Prejudices in the country do not allow people to live in harmony, and some religion become religions become unacceptable to others. The way to abolish communal tension are: do not interfere in the way of worship of others, and do not force anyone to go against his or her belief. To be respectful towards all the religions, and to accept others' ethos and values. Uh, to do not discriminate on the basis of caste or religion, and approve of others' ideas and values.
Okay, same question. Any other?
Ma'am, the reasons are difference in opinion, people belonging to different caste and religions.
Differentiate in opinion. People belonging to different castes and religions have different social backgrounds, opinions, and views, which may create differences. Intolerance. Many people do not accept other opinions, ideas, and values, which create communal tension. Prejudices. Prejudices in the society do not allow people to live in harmony, become unacceptable. A prejudiced society do not allow people to live in harmony. Some customs becomes unacceptable to others. The ways to abolish communal harmony are as follows. Don't force any person to go against his or belief. Never comment on others' religion. Don't discriminate on the basis of caste and religion. We should give value to the opinion and ideas of other people. Uh, we should respect others' religion.
सृष्टि बोलो सृष्टि.
The reasons are difference in opinion, people belonging to different castes and religion have different social backgrounds, opinion, and views which may create differences. Interference. Many people do not opinion as values, create competition. Prejudices in the society do not allow people to live in harmony. Some customs become acceptable to others. Ways to establish communal harmony are as follows. First, do not force any go against his or her belief. Never criticize other religion. No one should discriminate on the basis of caste and religion.
चित्रांश बोलना चाह रहे हो क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
बोलो.
Ma'am, in spite of freedom of religion, communal tension persists in certain parts of the country, sometimes due to the following reasons. First, people belonging to different social, political, and economic backgrounds have different views about different issues, which may create indifference. Second, people being intolerant do not accept ideas and values of people belonging to different ethnicity and prejudice in the society do not allow people to live in harmony. Some customs become unacceptable to few while they are norms for others. We can establish communal harmony through developing tolerance and respect for diversity, expecting other beliefs, recognizing the interest of minorities, etc.
Next question. Classify directive principles of a state policy into 4 main categories. Explain each of them briefly.
First of all, economic principle for to secure equal pay for equal work for both men and women. Second is to provide adequate means of livelihood for all. Ma'am, second principle is social principle, to make effort to raise the standard of living and public health. Second is to guard children against exploitation and moral degradation. Ma'am, third principle is Gandhian principle. In this principle, to organize village panchayat, to promote cottage industry, enforces principles related to international peace and security, to maintain just and honorable relation between nation, and to promote international peace and security.
Okay. Next, any other?
First, economic principles
The directive principles to policy are in large numbers, so they have been grouped into four main categories. First, economic principles to secure equal pay for equal work for both men and women, provide adequate means of livelihood for all. Social principles to guard children against exploitation and moral degradation, to make efforts to raise the standard of living and public health. Gandhian principle to organize village panchayats, to promote cottage industries. Principle related to international peace and security, to maintain just and honorable relation between nations, to promote international peace and security.
First, economic principles to secure equal pay for equal work for both men and women. Second, to provide adequate means of livelihood for all. Social principles to make efforts to raise the standard of living and public health, to guard children against exploitation and more degradation. Gandhian principles to organize village panchayats to promote cotton industries. Principles related to international peace and security, to maintain and honorable relations between nations, to promote international peace and security.
Okay. Any other? Or I change the question?
Yes, ma'am. The
Direct
principles of state
principle of
policies
state policy are first
categories.
The
Uh,
directive principles of the state
Economic
policy are
principles
classified as
for
under
equal work for both men and women, to provide adequate means of livelihood for all. Social principles to raise hand, uh, ma'am, to make efforts to raise hand in the public, to make efforts to raise the standard living and public health, to safeguard the children against exploitation of moral degradation. Gandhian principles to organize the village panchayats, to promote cottage industries. Principles related to uh, international peace and security, honorable relations between between neighbor and
What happened? Next, Anand.
directive principles of a state policy are first economic principles, secure equal pay for equal work for both men and women, to provide adequate means of livelihood for all. Social principles to make efforts to raise the standard of living and public health, to guard children against exploitation and moral degradation. Principles that to promote cottage industries. Principles related to international peace and security, to maintain just and honorable relation between the nations, to promote international peace and security.
Next question. Which one of the following promotes secularism? National Commission for the Welfare of Women, Communal Harmony, Right to Education, Environment Protection Act.
communal harmony.
Communal harmony.
Okay.
Communal harmony.
Next question. Mention the fundamental rights are justiciable and are protected by the code. In the light of the above statement, explain the right to constitutional remedies.
Ma'am, the Constitution of India has not only listed fundamental rights, but also prescribes some remedies against that violation. If citizen feels that one of her right has been violated by an executive order, she may request the Supreme Court and High Court to issue the appropriate writ for the restoration of her right.
Hmm? Good.
Ma'am, the
Constitution of India has
And the Constitution of India has
Constitution of
not only
India
the
has not
listed
only
fundamental
listed
rights,
fundamental
but
rights
has
but has
also
also
prescribed.
prescribed remedies against their violation. If a citizen feels that one of his or her rights has been violated by an executive order, he or she may request the Supreme Court to issue the appropriate warrant for restoration of his or her right. The restoration process prohibition and warranto and
Ma'am, the
The
Constitution of
Constitution
India.
of India has not only listed fundamental rights but has also prescribed remedies against their violation. If a citizen feels that one of his fundamental rights has been violated by an executive order, he may request the Supreme Court, High Court to issue the appropriate writ for the restoration of his rights. The writs are habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, and certiorari.
Ma'am, the Constitution of India has not only the listed fundamental rights, but has also prescribed remedies against their violation. If a citizen feels that one of his right has been violated by an executive order, he may request the Supreme Court, High Court to issue the appropriate writs for the restoration of her is right. The writs are habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, and certiorari.
Okay. Writs can be issued by a district court, a civil court, Gram Panchayat, High Court.
Ma'am, High Court.
high court. A
Means
high court.
Right. That came into existence in 2002 is the right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational.
ma'am, right to education.
Yes.
Right
Ma'am,
to
right to
education.
Right to education.
Okay. The practice of dash has been abolished to pave the way for social equality.
Untouchability.
Untouchability.
Sikhs are allowed to keep a kripan with them as a dash symbol.
Religious.
Religious symbol.
Yes, yes. The dash guarantees the fundamental rights to all the citizens of India.
Constitution.
Constitution.
Hmm.
Ma'am, religion.
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन गारंटी देता है. अच्छा. प्रियम्बल. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ही होगा.
yes, ma'am.
ओके.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. नेक्स्ट बोलो. इसका तो सारा मैं पूछ ली. ये right against exploitation. Explain this right.
Right against exploitation. Provision of traffic in human beings, all forms of forced labor and beggar. Provision of employment of children below the age of 14 years in any cracker factories, mines, hazardous occupations, etc.
Okay.
Prohibition of traffic in human beings.
One of the fundamental rights is right against exploitation. In this, the prohibition of traffic in human beings, all forms of forced labors and beggar work without payment. Prohibition of employment of children below the age of 14 years in any factories, mine or hazardous occupations.